What's up? What's up, Shashank? How are you? How's it going?
I don't want to answer that.
Yeah, I know that you had a terrible leg day today, and your legs are
No.
killing you. Apart from that, how's it going?
Apart from that, it is going great.
Yeah.
Absolutely great.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. Finally, some positive thing out of your mouth. Otherwise, you're like, okay, bad, don't out. Yeah. So, I mean, finally, something positive coming out of your mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very even new to me. Yeah.
So, tell me, like, what's our topic for the day?
Okay, so today we are going to talk about Pincode. I mean, not the place where you live in, but Pincode, the app that is developed by PhonePe.
Awesome. So, okay.
Mm.
And so we're going to talk about like how PhonePe is making an e-commerce push, right? Like how it's
Yeah,
getting into e-commerce.
exactly.
Hmm.
So,
So, yeah.
what do you know about that? You start.
Okay. So what I know is like, I mean, what PhonePe is trying to, PhonePe has already been like the leader in the this thing market, right? Like when it goes to
Hmm.
UPI market, like from the numbers that I've seen, PhonePe is commands over 50% of all value in the UPI network. And the
Hmm.
companies like the company has been hunting for revenues where they can generate more revenue, of course,
Hmm.
as everybody does. And it is another, it was recently this thing was acquired by Flipkart, and it's a Walmart backed company because of course Flipkart is also Walmart backed company.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
one interesting avenue that they have found is the e-commerce sector,
Hmm.
right? And that
Yeah.
also apparently has been possible by one of the spokesperson. They said that is because of ONDC coming into the picture.
Hmm.
Because of ONDC, they've used ONDC as the backbone, and they have built their e-commerce platform over it, right?
Hmm.
So this is all I know, and I want you to share what other information that you have.
So basically, whatever you said is right. Yeah. PhonePe is going to get into the e-commerce store. So basically, the hyper local market, like
Yeah.
basically like Swiggy, Instamart, and Blinkit and all
Mm-hmm.
these grocery deliveries and all those stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they are going to get into that. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it is powered by ONDC. So ONDC, for people who don't know, I don't think we did an episode on this, or
No, we
I don't
have not.
remember. We haven't. Fuck,
Mm-hmm.
we missed it out. But
Yeah.
yeah, see, ONDC is basically India's way of saying fuck you to Amazon and Flipkart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is basically India's way of saying that. So ONDC stands for Open Network for Digital Commerce. So
Okay.
what ONDC does is basically everyone has an opportunity to get their stuff online and sell their stuff online. So in simple terms, that is there, and it's already debuted in few different cities: Manipal, Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai, and
So
all these metro areas.
is it like
Yeah.
small businesses, or is it like normal general person like I can?
So, no, it's for small businesses, for people who are registered under MSME or Udayam or however the government registration takes place. So, if you're registered under that, you can obviously sell your products over there.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is ONDC, because the reason this started is because all this Flipkart and Amazon are taking a huge cut, and they're doing all this illegal nonsense and everything. So Indian Modi said, I've had enough with all you people, so we'll take care of this ourselves. So Pincode is an app that is owned and run by PhonePe, that is built on top of this ONDC.
Mhm.
Right. Because as you know, any bank server or anything that is built by a government will have terrible UI, and people can't use it, obviously.
Of
So
course.
building apps on top of that will make it more appealing, right?
Mhm.
See, because see, Pincode, basically what it does is it helps businesses to connect with people and sell their stuff online. So Pincode will be a facilitator for that. So they've already debuted in Bangalore, and I think it is going good. I don't know,
Mhm. Mhm.
because we
I
haven't
don't
seen any
know.
other reports.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Yeah, we
it
don't have any
just
other
got
reports.
launched. I think last week they
Yeah.
announced this.
Yeah, last week.
It's very
Yeah.
new to say like if it'll work or if it'll
Mm.
work. But from the looks of it, like I mean, from what we've heard about hyperlocal, this thing with that delivery, like
Mm.
Blinkit and everything,
Mm.
they the future looks kind of bleak, because that's why
Mm.
even like a lot of companies were planning to like cut down their 10-minute delivery, and then they changed it to
Mm.
something else, and there's so many hangama that happened,
Mm.
all
Mm.
that. But yeah, I mean, I like the approach that PhonePe is taking. They're not going into hyper local delivery. They're not calling like, oh, a 10-minute delivery and things like that.
Mm.
Rather, they're
Mm.
positioning themselves as like your local delivery store, and they're building
Mm.
it on ONDC, right? And
Mm.
that reminds me of like, say, it's this kind of model is big on Southeast Asian countries. Like
Mm.
the previous company that I used to work for, one of the subsidiaries were Shopee, wherein what they used to do was, especially in Malaysia, I'm not aware of the other countries, but in Malaysia and all these places, they register with all these small businesses and they help them bring them to the digital front, right? They help them become digital. So it's a good way in that way. Of course, that was not a government-led company, but this is, ONDC is. So that way it's great. And it's a great initiative from the government. But again, like, I mean, it's really hard to say how effective this will be. Like, I mean, the PhonePe's thing will be, not ONDC, because ONDC could, like, I mean, because it's government, it'll stay there for decades. Yeah. But how effective will it be? You never know, because there are so many government agencies which have been there for fucking decades, but they have been doing nothing.
You'll be surprised by how many government agencies and how many government divisions get shut down every single year. You'll be surprised if you know that. But yeah, see, ONDC is that's what makes ONDC different from other platforms. I don't know who is heading that. Some the guy who helped us make Aadhaar. I don't know what his name. Someone. So I forgot his name. So see, it is actually headed by actual thought leaders in the country. And even see, PhonePe is also they were ready to pay $1 billion in taxes just to get inside India. They paid $1 billion in taxes, and right now PhonePe is utilizing a government property to build something on top of that. And of course, the government is is going to promote it as much as possible, right? See, according to me, so this is what a lot of companies are trying to do now. I mean, they want to do now, but I don't know how many are succeeding. So PhonePe is becoming the Tata for the payment apps for payments. So it has become like, okay, we are Indian, we want you to use us. So the sentimental value is growing because I don't know, no one in their right mind will ever question Tata's integrity.
Yeah.
I mean, Ratan Tata's integrity, not Tata the company, but Ratan Tata's integrity, right? But also what PhonePe is trying to do is to exactly appeal that way, because if you're being Indian and using a government organization and telling that this is because ONDC is not for profit, right? So if you're building something on top of a non-for-profit organization, so it means basically you're telling that we actually care about you.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if they're actually caring or taking commissions. I don't care. But yeah, if something in an Indian company is doing that, it is obviously a win-win for us. Instead of us buying on Amazon, if we are able to buy stuff on Pincode, which obviously promotes local sellers, that is a win-win for the country. Right. And once again, see, the problem with what every country have with Amazon is the same thing. So Amazon basics. You have data about what stuff is selling, you manufacture that and you sell it at a lower price, cutting out the distributors and all these people, and you take 35-40% on all the sales, and that is way too much. Right. So this is this might be a good thing for local businesses to go global. I mean, not global, to go online and maybe increase their radius, like
to get better distribution.
Better distribution. Like for Kirana stores, if they're only able to cover 2 stores right now, they'll be able to 2 streets right now, they'll be able to cover like like 10
A
different
city.
10, maybe a city. If it's in a city like where I am from, like Dindakal and all, if there is a Kirana store and there is a Pincode app and everything, you can basically cover the entire city. You don't have to worry about the location, geography and all these nonsense. So if you ask me, in metro cities, I'm not sure how this is going to work, because it will be mostly pairing you to city places stuff and near you. But
it will pair, but I think it'll also be like, I think the whole model will go like how Zomato and Swiggy are right now, like delivery fees. It might not be commission from the businesses, at least right now. The charges will be from the delivery fee, right? Because even if you want something from, like, say, how Zomato Legends is there, right? Like from Tamil Nadu, I can order biryani.
Yeah.
That also might be possible with Pincode, but the delivery fee will be substantially high. Right.
See, of course, that is something that customers don't mind bearing, actually. See, if you take Swiggy and Zomato, for example, they don't just take delivery fee, they also take a cut from the hotels.
Yes.
Right. And one more thing, a lot of hotels are, forced to reduce the quantity of the food also that they are putting.
Yeah.
So that is a major issue. Right. Yeah. See, even all these things, like say, for example, if you buy a kilo of carrot on a street, like say, for example, let's assume 25 rupees. But if it's obviously it's going to be on Swiggy Instamart, it's going to be 70 rupees. Right. But just for the comfort, we are paying so much more. But with ONDC, this can change, right? If, say, for example, you're ordering groceries that is worth 1,000 rupees, I wouldn't mind paying, like 70-80 rupees for the delivery partner who comes and delivers it to me, right? that is obviously something that is always better, because I told you, like in the previous episode also, I told you there's a company in Dindakal that is called Tuku Chetti that takes care of delivery inside the city. They charge a flat 50 rupees fee most of the time. And sometimes if it's way, like you have to go to 4 different stores and all, they'll charge you extra. But or else for the 99% of them, they'll charge you flat 50 rupees. In a city like Dindakal and all, like a very small town, these are all very much possible. And I think if Pincode and PhonePe are very, like a very good business, they'll obviously try to capitalize on these areas and, bear the losses that is happening in the metro cities and everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. So once you expand the radius, like say, for example, after 5 kilometers from your radius, it will cost you a little bit more. So something like that. That will obviously work. So I am all game for PhonePe trying to do e-commerce, but as you said, if it's backed by the government, it's going to be there for decades. And this is once again backed by Modi government, so we all know what is going to happen.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
Let's go. I'm not going political, just saying Modi is a good leader and Modi has done good things for the country apart from demonetization.
Not political at all.
Yeah. So coming back to the point. So what are your closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts are, I am looking forward to see how effective this will be and how much it will help the small stores. It shouldn't turn into, let's say, I don't think it'll turn into another Amazon, because then even the government also, because it's backed by ONDC, by the government. If the people revolt, then the government itself will put the pressure and they'll make sure that it's down. But at least it should not go to an extent where they are like, say, they are misusing, like, I mean, not misusing, what's the word? Like they are harming this thing was that the people, right? Like that's not where they should go. So financially, of course. But apart from that, it is a good move. It does help small businesses become digital, and by partnering with ONDC, which is a government organization, they will be able to, because ONDC is a government organization, they will have a wide network. They will do the work from the smallest of smallest store will be registered. So that way, and with the UI and everything, it will also help these small stores as well, right? It's a good initiative that way, and I'm looking forward to see how the future looks for this Pincode.
Yeah. See, one thing actually I forgot to mention is what you mentioned is a very good point. If it's powered by ONDC, then it'll obviously mean like only legit businesses can join ONDC. Whoever that are probably registered under the government can only join ONDC. Not some random dude standing in the street can do that. Right. So this will obviously help people or not. So maybe the scams will get lesser and lesser. So maybe this is a good way. And I actually saw a few screenshots of the Pincode app. They look gorgeous. But I don't know why it had a McDonald's app, McDonald's logo and all in the this thing screenshots. I don't know what is going to happen there. But yeah, technically, even if McDonald's wants to deliver through Pincode, obviously they'll be allowed to do that. So right. So and once again, to me, this is like helping the store nearby me to go digital, and I obviously support it. This is basically giving the e-commerce back to the people from the country who are actually building the country. It's giving back to them. So I'm all game for this. So we are just, after a very long time, we're ending on a positive note.
Yeah.
I'm just even surprised. I don't even have the words to finish this conversation. But yeah, still. So I'm very happy that some company apart from Tata is doing such things.
Something good for the country.
Something good for the country. I mean, we're just saying hopefully this turns out good. We're not taking stands saying that Pincode is good, because it's very too early to say whatever that is about it. So maybe after a few weeks, once we get the report, so after the report, we'll see how it goes and everything. And obviously Bangalore is the rat for all this kind of startup nonsense and everything. So obviously Bangalore has been used again. So I feel very sad and happy for you that you get to try Pincode, and also that you get to try Pincode. So so ending on a note, so if you want to find us, we are available at Brewyer Market on all socials, and Rakshit is personally available at Rakshit Ravindranathan on LinkedIn, and I am available at shashankasan.com.
And
see you guys, and on LinkedIn, Shashankasan on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So see you guys next week. Yeah. Bye bye.